Hello and welcome to another Company of Heroes 3 game. My name is Fancy Josh, and today I've got a game for you between Ray as our US, and his opponent today is going to be Nub as our Wehrmacht. And looks like these players may have played each other today. Throwing out a comment here, we'll see what Ray has to say about that. Map today is going to be Faymonville. And interestingly enough, I actually chose this game because it's on Faymonville. Not because of the players. I looked up games on Faymonville that have been played on this patch, and there were only 4 at the highest level here, and this was the only one that met my criteria. So that is why we are watching it today. I haven't had a chance to play any games on the new patch, so I'm curious how you guys have been liking it. We saw a significant change to the US heavy machine gun. And it does look like it's going to be heavy machine gun spam for Ray today. Now, this unit switched its passive from damage reduction to 20% harder to hit. And that change is going to be... It's going to feel very similar against small arms, rifles, that type of thing. But against explosives like Sturmpanzer and Stugs and grenades... these units are much more vulnerable, and in the game I posted yesterday, we definitely saw that to be the case. Wehrmacht also had the Jaeger buffed up a little bit. I don't have... Let me actually check real quick here as our first fight of the game breaks out. Yeah, so... If I could find it in the patch notes. Yeah, so they got increased damage to their scoped rifles. They got veteran 1 received accuracy bonus. Yeah, I mean, they got a bunch of stuff. So I'm hoping Jaegers are in a little bit better of a place. They were very uncommon in the games I've been casting over the last couple weeks, I would say. Folks really favoring those Panzer Grenadiers after the buffs they received. And yeah. So, fairly standard build, I would say, for both players here. We've got Pioneers with early Pioneers for Nub, get that capturing power. Grenadiers for the overall support, utility, and a heavy machine gun. And I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw another heavy machine gun here. See how he wants to deal with these heavy machine guns. You know, I think mortar is better than ever against the US heavy machine gun, right? I mean, they nerfed mortars slightly. Their projectiles take a little bit longer to reach the target. And they took away the unfun aspect of being able to nuke vehicles with them. But of course, with the nerf to heavy machine guns, I do think mortars are going to be a lot better. That said, our Wehrmacht player is going for Panzer Grenadier. And it looks like there's a race for this house here, and the Pioneers are going to win it. And that's going to let these Grenadiers sit on this point for as long as humanly possible. Looks like a Pioneer went down in the middle there, unfortunately, for a German. Now, he's got nearly enough for Panzer Grenadiers here. I'm curious why Panzer Grenadiers are going to be the choice for him. Let's see what he's got in store for us with that unit. Assuming he goes for it, floating a bit. Yeah, he's going to pick it up now. Looks like it's going to be artillery observers for our US player, so it might be going down this advanced infantry battle group. And that's interesting that I'm going to end up casting 2 advanced infantry battle group games in a row. Not super common to see that. Bazooka's going to be next for our US player, Ray. By the way, I love casting Ray games because he basically writes my thumbnail titles for me. You know, I just take whatever his current name is and put it on the thumbnail, and, easy win.
Bazooka squad, reporting in.
Yeah, I'm curious what those bazookas are for. Maybe fearing a 250 or just wanting to have him on the field for whatever his opponent's going for. I guess he doesn't know that it's Panzer Grenadier Company yet, so it could be anticipating a scout car. And we do see an artillery radio beacon queued up here. Not sure where that's going down at. It's not going to show me. I have to click through the units here. Panzer Grenadier is going to come out and instantly get suppressed, and it is going to be a 250 on the way for our German player. Looks like the radio beacon's going to be here to cover that fuel on the right side. And man, if Ray can get his hands on this fuel, it's going to be rough for our Wehrmacht player to get to make any forward progress in this game. But looks like our US player is strong on this top side, and our German player is recognizing it, so he's scooting in a little bit here. And that radio beacon actually getting a call in. Wonder if this ring doesn't accurately show on the map. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what's going on there. I mean, clearly he was in range. I wonder if the observers increase the range. Actually going to find the beacon here, but this heavy machine gun going to shut that down. Here comes the 250 to help out. Grenade going to make sure that gets destroyed. Bazooka's coming up to deal with the 250. And I'm calling this a 250, but it's not actually. It's a 251. And is going to be upgraded to the Stummel here. Bazooka's finding their mark. Force that unit back here. Pioneers, or engineers, fighting with these grenadiers on the bottom side. We do see some mines there. Looks like those are German mines. I love these flanking mines here, right? They're not going to prevent your opponent from coming in on your territory, but if they're trying to get a scary little flank on you, that can really absolutely ruin their day. So I love to see those counter-flanking mines there. Another common spot is right here. Sometimes right here. So, love that. And it looks like it's going to be Panzer Grenadier officer quarters. It's a little early, I would say, but isn't the worst thing, of course. It's only going to hit that 250 in Panzer Grenadier. But Vet 1 on those Panzer Grenadiers makes them really scary right out of the gate. And the Stummel with Vet 1 getting that acceleration, deceleration bonus, plus the Vet ability. Actually, I don't know what the Vet ability is for the 251. But yeah, gonna give him a little bit of additional survivability against the bazookas. Does look like our US player has gone for the infantry support company, adding on advanced logistics here. So going full meta, I would say. Making sure he wants to win this game, and another heavy machine gun on the way for a US player. Yeah, you know we're probably all like, yeah, I've seen this build a million times, but I like exploring old builds on new patches just to see how they stack up. And this Stummel, I mean, its AoE damage pretty darn good against those heavy machine guns, so very cool to see that. And this Stummel has been just what the doctor ordered, I feel like. It's been pushing back units, dealing consistent damage, and forcing his opponent to answer it, which we're not seeing just yet. More Panzer Grenadiers on the way. And yeah, so I mean, throughout this game, US players had a small advantage in fuel, but he's investing into his infantry, and it's going to be half tracks next, to the surprise of no one. But what I was going to say is that both players relatively even here on fuel, all things considered. And with Panzer Grenadier Company, kind of feels like we're going to see a fast Panzer Company, potentially. You think some AT guns are going to be in order here. And US player continuing to be obnoxious, grabbing all of the fuel, making his opponent's life miserable. Captain gonna make it out of there barely. And I bet 2 Stummel are ready. Getting access to that faster fire rate and faster ability cooldown. We are gonna see an AA half-track here, quad mount, for the anti-infantry capability. Clearly not worried about this Stummel. Just willing to eat this damage. Continuing to trade territory. I mean, for heaven's sake, he's controlling all the fuel. And that's pretty amazing there. Here comes the quad mount upgrade, nearly completed. We do see a pack gun on the way. It's going to be more artillery observers for our US player. So we're probably not going to see Rangers this game. And Stummel actually getting a great connection on the quad mount there. Looks like he's hunting for this radio beacon and actually helping out against that heavy machine gun. But maybe going to be forced back here a little bit, question mark. Oh, is he going to get this quad? Please get it. One more shot. Blinding shot, not going to be enough. Going to attack ground somewhere over here. But the high lob shot going to allow that quad mount to escape. Pack gun on the field. Artillery observers continuing to be obnoxious. Panzer Grenadiers actually kind of in a tough spot here. But with the support of the Stummel, looks like he's going to be okay there. And map control fairly even, all things considered. U.S. player, I would say, coming out ahead on fuel, coming out ahead on victory points. And that's, you know, for how exposed that beacon is, doing some great work for him. Take notes, folks, of positioning those beacons. I mean, it even got a piece of this victory point there. Very cool. More heavy machine guns continuing.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
So, what do we think this game, folks? Surprised to see no mortars. I mean, Nub clearly knew this. Nub clearly knew this build was coming. Right? He mentioned at the beginning that he was expecting Ray to go for more heavy machine guns. And with that in mind, you know, mortars seem like a reasonable counter. Stummel's doing okay, but I mean, it feels like Sturmpanzer potentially, long term anyway. Heavy machine gun holding it down. Stummel helping out, doing great damage against the heavy machine gun back there. And our German player is gonna get his hands on this victory point. Here comes the pack gun. His stealth, so it can be very aggressive here. Should get a shot. He's just out of range here. German player might be trying to bait him in just a little bit. Holy cow, Vet 3 on this Stummel already. That's amazing. 25% rate of fire, 100 health. Well, 80 health, I should say. Bazookas, nice pickup with the pack there, in combination with the Faust. And yeah, you know, I'm liking... Our German player feels like he's getting it done a little bit here in the face of a very aggro build. But the heavy machine guns starting to vet up here, starting to add up in number. And it feels like vehicles... Our German player very clearly needs an answer here. But having his fuel hamstrung has definitely left him a little bit behind. Still moving up to this top side, going to barrage from over the bushes there. Panzer Grenadiers going to force that away. But another heavy machine gun ready for this fight. And that artillery observer going to call down a light artillery barrage there. Stummel continuing to do work here. That damage is spectacular to see. God, that Vet 3 rate of fire is ridiculous. And he's going to get his hands on this top side once again. But U.S. player, of course, not going to let up. Continuing to be as aggressive as he can be. Yeah, and I think this is really demonstrating the strength of the U.S. build. Right, he's got all these heavy machine guns all over the map, controlling, you know, every point that he needs controlled. And that's why this build is so strong. And a double barrage coming down there. Got 1, 2, where's the other one? Right here. Very cool. More bazookas on the field for Ray here. Nub just trying to hold back the storm. You see Panzer Company on the way. Feels like Stoßtruppen are just around the corner for him. Stoßtruppen do have that, do have the ability to become unsuppressed and walk straight into a heavy machine gun. But keep in mind, Stoßtruppen relatively unaffected by the nerf that we saw to heavy machine guns, because heavy machine guns still have their 20% harder to hit. So I suspect we won't see that relationship change too much, but we'll see how it goes here. Engineer, first grenade of the game, actually going to get a good connection against those engineers. Lovely. Does look like that engineer should make it out, though. Here come the bazookas. Gonna find the Stummel. Pioneers in the area to support a little bit here. We do see the infantry assault call in. So actually might even get this infantry quarters here, potentially. Now this is just a distraction, right? To keep the pressure up. Force his opponent to deal with this threat in his base. We do see a tank depot on the way for our US player. And I wonder what we're going to see out of that. Feels like it could be bulldozer. I mean, with this type of composition and knowing how down he's kept his opponent, I think that bulldozer could be pretty darn good here. And US player just grabbing all the territory. And wow, I mean, this is a master at work here. I mean, Nub is one of the best players in the world. And when Ray leans hard into the classic meta strategy that he's clearly played a lot, you know, he's just dominant, and it's amazing to see. Sumo gonna force back that heavy machine gun there. Yeah. I'm just thinking about how this game could have been different, potentially, for either player. You know, I'll double down and say that I think mortar could have been very helpful here. Potentially a second Stummel. But the strength of the heavy machine guns was that our US player could be everywhere on the map with little APM, right? And his opponent had to either group up all his units or try to be spread out on the map and deal with heavy machine guns everywhere, you know? But the fact that, I mean, every time I watch a player go up against this type of US build, I just think to myself that I'd get absolutely run over by a build like this, and the fact that Nub is anywhere in this game is truly amazing to me. Zuka's going to find this Stummel, and we're going to make it out okay. It is his lifeblood in this game, but with this Sherman hitting the field, it's going to be tough for our German player. Now, interestingly enough, Nub went for Panzer Company here. Despite going into Terror Doctrine, Terror Battle Group, I should say. Yeah, he's got, I mean, I don't know. Typically, you'll see folks try and stall for the King Tiger in this exact situation. I mean, we clearly haven't seen that, right? He's gone for Stoßtruppen. And gonna have to deal with that. I mean, that pack gun getting good work done against the Sherman. Gonna shoo him back. Panzer Grenadiers vetting up off of this infantry assault here. Stoßtruppen holding down the front, but Bazooka's gonna drive them away in combination with the artillery barrage, I do believe is what we saw there. And man, Panzer Grenadiers, they get scary. Vet 3 especially. Stummel helping out, and this isn't, you know, all things considered, it's a nice little push by our German. He's getting what he needs to get done here a little bit. But here come the heavy machine guns. Panzer Grenadiers just charging it down straight into these heavy machine guns. And is going to get suppressed there. Trying his best, but that damage reduction from the suppression coming in clutch for the heavy machine guns, and those Panzer Grenadiers got to get the heck out of Dodge. And yeah, US player still trying to pick up this beacon. Looks like he's probably going to get it there. These beacons are cheap, though. So US player can afford the loss of some beacons. And Sherman going to get repaired up here. German player in control of 2 of the victory points. So despite everything looking really good for our German, I'd say Gosh, everything's looking good for Ray here, but German player playing admirably, holding it down. He's got 200 victory points to work with. He hasn't lost any of his mission-critical units. Stoßtruppen starting to vet up here. Has answers to the Sherman. And I'm positive here. I'm feeling positive about our German players' chances. So, what is next? It really does feel like our German player is going to stall for the Tiger, which is actually an interesting build. I don't know if I've seen a 1v1 player stall with Panzer Company and Stoßtruppen. I think that's kind of a cool take on this idea. But, I mean, he's 3 command points away, and a King Tiger could make a huge difference in this game. Grenadiers on this bottom side trying to pick up their own munitions. Actually a little surprised to not see these Grenadiers going straight for fuel or straight for victory point. Does seem to care about these munitions a little bit here. I mean, he's managed to keep his munitions low, which is pretty amazing. I haven't seen what he's been spending that on, to be honest with you. Must be grenades. Potentially mines. Haven't seen a whole lot of mines from him, but there's a lot going on, so I might not have caught them. Second Sherman on the way. But, oh my god, dude, this infantry assault just absolutely running him down in his base. I mean, he hasn't lost anything to it, it's just a stall tactic. You know, stall tactic there. Making his opponent's life as miserable as humanly possible. You know, that looks like a new skin to me. I don't know if I've seen this skin. I'm sorry, I'm going to zoom in real quick on this sick-looking Sherman. Is that the new skin? It's cool if it is. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments. I do appreciate those comments, by the way, folks pointing out the new skins and stuff. I think we all agree the store's a little wonky, but that's okay. Second Sherman now on the field. Panzer Grenadiers retreating through this artillery barrage. Friendly fire! Not coming in too much there. Stoßtruppen absolutely shredding those artillery observers there. Panzer Grenadiers trying to shoo away these bazookas, but not having a good go of it there. Pack gun just defending this Stummel. Command points is there for a Wehrmacht player? Question mark. Oh man, Stummel getting aggressive. I don't know if that's a place he wants to be. Yeah, it does have enough for that Tiger. Doesn't have nearly enough manpower though. And this push is looking a little bit scary. Pack gun out of position against this second Sherman here. Is going to close the gap there. Stummel going down. Heavy machine gun going down. Pack gun's going to go down here. And that looks like the end of this game. Yep. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That triple cap getting locked in here. You know, I don't think I've seen Nub play this meta before. It was just unbelievably well executed. Just very clean the whole way through. I mean, he has perfect unit preservation. He's built up quite a bit of veterancy. And he dominated fuel and victory points all game long. So, yeah. Again, I picked this game because it was on Faymanville, so I'm sorry if it was a little bit too meta. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.